Hey y'all, so we are cycle day 5 in my second cycle doing my TTC vlogging, and we are just waiting. Being so soon in my cycle, obviously nothing's happening cycle-wise yet, so right now it's just a matter of kind of what plans I'm having for this cycle and everything. My husband's pillow was showing. But other than that, really not much going on. The one thing that I have this book called Getting Pregnant that I bought at Barnes & Noble. We bought it like last August. And if you can pronounce those doctors' names, I know that one's Colette Bouches or something, but I don't know about this name. It's like Niels Lorson or something like that. But it's got a lot of valuable information in it, and I thought that I would share some of the things that I read in this chapter, the foods to enhance your fertility and protect your pregnancy. It's chapter 11 in this book, and it's under Fertility Diet 2000. And it says that if you're not underweight or overweight, we're supposed to be consuming like 2,100 calories a day to function. Well, before conception, you should be consuming about 2,300 calories a day. But this book breaks down what we should be doing and what we should be consuming, which the amount of carbohydrates that we take in a day should be about 45 to 55% of our total caloric intake. So 12 to 1,400 of our calories that we eat every day is supposed to come from carbohydrates. 200 of our calories are supposed to come from protein, and 500 of our calories should be coming from fat. And then we should only be intaking 1,000 to 3,000 milligrams daily of sodium and 300 milligrams daily of cholesterol. Anything over that or under that is considered, not adequate or unhealthy for conceiving in pregnancy. There are foods. This one really surprised me because it's a food that I have started to actually eat a lot of in the last few years, and I was really surprised. The anti-fertility foods. Can peas make you infertile is the name of this section. And it was, what it says is, as powerful as some foods can be in increasing your fertility potential, there are some that can, when consumed in large amounts, may delay or in some cases even prevent you from conceiving. One of these foods is peas, and its history as an anti-fertility food goes back at least as far as 1949. They discovered that a natural chemical found in peas, and I'm going to butcher this word, it's M-xylohydroquinone, I guess, did appear to have contraceptive effects. In studies conducted in India, capsules containing that chemical were found to cut the pregnancy rate by up to 60%. In men who took the pea capsule, sperm counts dropped by some 50%. Now I don't have to worry about my husband eating it because he doesn't eat any vegetables. It's like pulling teeth to make him eat corn. Corn and green beans. That's about all he'll eat for vegetable wise. But so his is not the issue. But me, I love peas. I love frozen peas and steaming them up and putting a little bit of salt and pepper on them. And that will be a meal for me. I'll eat a cup or two of peas and won't eat anything else with the meal. I'll just have peas for a meal. So there's that. So the peas is bad. And then also soy foods are supposed to be bad, which many of us have. I've heard it before, and I've heard some of us talk about it. But it contains soybeans and soy foods has a high content of phytoestrogens. So it's essentially a plant form of estrogen that mimics the way your own supply of this hormone reacts to your body. There's a couple of things that we need to avoid. Other foods that you want to avoid that are listed here are artificial sweeteners. Particularly avoid saccharin, which I've never had a problem with that. I do like artificial sweeteners, but I like Splenda. I love Splenda. I've never been one for a sweet and low. I've just never liked sweet and low. But we're supposed to stay away from artificial sweeteners, any soda or high sugar fruit drinks and candy. Excessive sugar can exacerbate hypoglycemia or low blood sugar, which in turn can upset levels of reproductive hormones. And then peanut butter and spinach we're supposed to stay away from. And now that was another one that surprised me, because I know spinach is such an awesome provider of iron. But according to this, spinach will affect your level of iron so much that it will make your protein levels plummet. And that's likewise with the peanut butter. The peanut butter will affect your protein level so much that it'll make your iron levels plummet. So, like and it says here that they also deplete calcium. So we need to stay away from peanut butter and spinach. Rare red meat, because of its link to toxoplasmosis. Another thing that's on here is frankfurters, weenies, whatever you want to call them, hot dogs, what else? Bologna, salami, and luncheon meats. Those foods are all high in nitrates and nitrites, which researchers maintain can exacerbate the growth of some reproductive cancers. Although in recent years, newer studies have shown that these ingredients do have cancer-causing effects, they are far less potent than we once thought. Still, you are at high risk. You should probably limit your consumption of foods containing these ingredients. And then on through here, switching from coffee to tea can help you get pregnant faster. So you coffee drinkers out there, stop drinking coffee, because coffee's caffeine content is too high. Certain pain relievers contain too much caffeine in them that you should avoid taking, and some of those are Excedrin, Maximum Strength, Midol, Vanquish, Anacin, and Amafin. Amafin. And then the next section in here actually has the Fertility Food Plan 2000. And it tells you, we should be eating like 6 meals a day and consuming that many calories, 21 to 2,300 calories. And it gives a suggestion of, some of the meats and things that we're supposed to be getting in our diet. Our meat, poultry, and beans are protein area. Like I said earlier, we're supposed to be getting like 600 calories a day from protein, and your recommended amount should be 3 to 4 ounces per day of proteins. Complex carbohydrates and grains, we should be consuming 600 to 800 calories a day, and it should be 5 or more 1 cup servings per day of carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates and grains. So those are things like whole grain pastas, baked potatoes, rice, oatmeal, dry cereal, wheat muffins, bran muffins, whole wheat bread. 1 slice equals 1 serving. And then calcium, we need to be consuming 400 to 500 calories a day of calcium. And that can come from things like low-fat milk, low-fat yogurt, low-fat cottage cheese, low-fat cheese, broccoli, sardines, kale, and low-fat ice cream. Fruits and vegetables, we need to be consuming 300 to 400 calories a day of fruits and vegetables. And so serving size of vegetables, it should be 1 cup of raw, half a cup of cooked. Fruits should be 1 medium-sized fruit, or half a cup of fruit juice, or half a cup of cooked fruit. And then suggested sources of those things: the good vegetables and fruits that we should be eating: cabbage, Brussels sprouts, carrots, green beans, broccoli, winter squash, cauliflower, oranges, grapefruits. A half of a grapefruit is a serving. Apples, bananas, cantaloupes, a half of a cantaloupe is a serving. Honeydew melon, same thing, half is a serving. And strawberries, a half a cup is a serving. Then liquids, we need to be consuming the 8 to 10 cups a day of milk or fruit juices. Also spring water, tap water, the low sodium bouillon, herbal tea, seltzer plain or flavored, and low sodium clear soup. Fats should be 100 calories maximum come from fats, which is about 2 teaspoons a day of fats. So that would be like our butter, our margarine, our polysaturated oil, or low sodium salad dressing. And it gives some examples in here for a meal plan for a single day. So like if we eat 6 meals in a day, suggest a meal plan for 1 day. For breakfast, you should have like a cup of orange juice, 2 slices of toast, an 8-ounce glass of milk, and 2 eggs. For your late breakfast, early morning snack, you should have a half a cantaloupe, a veal patty with cheese on whole wheat toast, lettuce and tomato salad with cold pressed sesame seed oil and vinegar dressing, and 8 ounces of spring water. For lunch, you should be having broccoli, pasta, like a cup of broccoli, a cup of pasta, an 8-ounce glass of milk, white meat turkey, 3 to 4 ounces of white meat turkey, or 1 apple. Then for your afternoon snack, you should be getting like 1 bran muffin and an 8-ounce glass of milk. For dinner, you can have like 8 ounces of yogurt, 1 cup of vegetables, and 4 whole wheat crackers. And then for like your late night snack before you go to bed, you can have like a cup and a half of ice cream and 8 ounces of water. And that would be like an ideal diet that would give you that 21 to 2300 calories of food that we need every day. So, I mean, that's just some of the interesting stuff that I came across this week. Since there's nothing going on in my cycle, I thought I would share some of that. But I know there's a lot of us in the TTC community that weight is where our biggest issue is. And so, I mean, that was something that really surprised me with, you know, you always think you're eating healthy, and I thought I was doing good by eating peas. Apparently I'm not. I thought I was doing good by liking raw spinach and, you know, eating peanut butter here and there. I do have hypoglycemia, so peanut butter is something that I will often take to make my sugar level spike when I can feel that they're getting too low. Apparently that's the wrong thing. I need to start doing it with juice, because juice I've always heard it's better, especially like apple juice or something like that is better for the sugar drops. But I guess I've got some more diet changes that I need to make, and I'm really glad that I looked at that in that book and saw that. So just a few things and stuff, and I guess that's where we're at. So other than that, like I said, really nothing going on. So I will be back next week. Take care.